Carter, Monsieur le Consul Général, fellow legionnaires, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nicole Hirsch, Vice President of the American Society of the Legion of Honor. It is a great pleasure and honor to be here today to welcome you and give you the Legion of Honor. As we all know, 71 years ago, in 1945, World War II ended in Europe. A planetary conflict in a magnitude never before imaginable. The chilling number of casualties, military and civilian, from both sides amounted to 50 million. Today, we are here to remember and honor. We remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice and lie in cemeteries in Normandy, in the south of France, or anywhere where liberty was at stake. And also some who may not even have found a grave. May they rest in peace. They deserve our eternal gratitude. Today we honor those who survived and who fought against the Nazi occupation. We are going to give the Legion of Honor to recognize the men and women and express our highest gratitude for their accomplishments. Each and every one of you is a hero. We thank you and we are proud to count you among the members of the Society of the Legion of Honor. The red ribbon that I hope you will wear proudly from now on is to remind you of France's eternal gratitude and the important part you took in its liberation. France indeed will never forget. God bless America. Vive la France.
I would now like to introduce Monsieur Philippe Letreat, Consul General of France.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And a special good morning to you, radio veterans. I can see you very well whenever you are here, and thank you for being here. I'm very happy to see that we have so many people with us this morning on this magnificent ship. It's important for us having you here. Our veterans, the family, our militaries, and the young people. I can see some young people over there. I'm very happy to have you with us. Chers amis, dear friends, I would like to, and I have to start by acknowledging a few of our distinguished guests and friends here and thank them for their participation in our ceremony today. Admiral Curtis, thank you for being here. Thank you for your words, for what you said, and the cooperation and friendship between our militaries and the long friendship between our two countries. Admiral, I'm sorry, I won't give the full list of your accomplishments and merits unless we have maybe two more hours. No, impossible. Okay. So that would take too long. Nevertheless, and as we know, and as everyone knows now, you're a true friend of our country, a great friend of France. You know very well our country, our history, culture, and our language. I want to thank you for your tireless and active involvement in the fight against terrorism and for your wise leadership. also want to recognize Rear Admiral Cynthia Table. Thank you. Thank you, Admiral, who is in command of the Expeditionary Strike Group 2 that includes this awesome vessel, USS Bataan, and the USS Wasp, on which we had the great honor to be welcomed last year for the same purpose. Commanding Officer Captain John Carter, thank you for your welcome. Thank you for having us on this US ship. And that ship, I have to mention it, was awarded for its global war on terrorism. A battle that France and the US, along with several allies, fight together. I also want to acknowledge among our American friends Mary Ann Gray, who is the leader of the team of the Broward Navy Days, and without you, none of this is possible, Mary Ann. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for this. But I didn't come alone for the ceremony. We have a whole French team in here, and I also want to mention my French fellow citizens and recognize Nicole Hirsch. Thank you, Nicole, for being here with us, who is a president for the American Society of the Legion of Honor. I'm very proud to have today French uniforms with us on this ship, Captain Jean-Michel Caffin and Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Touzard. Thank you for being with us. And I want to mention the presence of another reserve officer, Mr. Bruno Buton. And last but not least, we have our French elected representative, Xavier Capdevielle, who is with us today, like every time we have an important ceremony. Thank you, Xavier. I have recognized all of you because it's so important for me. But I also want to mention name by name each and every one of our veterans today. All of you, my dear veterans, because this is about you and about what you have done for us, for France, during World War II. Monsieur Charles Adderley, Monsieur Can Yan, Mr. Kalman Bass, Mr. Edwin Blassingame, Mr. James Gilchrist, Mr. Robert Kemper, Mr. Sam Kornfeld, Mr. Arthur Cossard, Mr. James Lockshin, and Mr. Calvin Mendon. You will hear in a minute, just before awarding the medals, you will hear the military biographies of our veterans. Please pay attention. I will repeat this. Please pay attention. So it is indeed a privilege to be part of this Fleet Week in Broward County and to stand before you and before our veterans today. Today, 7th of May, and tomorrow, May 8th, is Victory Day. It's the day World War II ended in Europe, opening more than 70 years of unprecedented peace on the old continent. Peace and reconciliation and development and democracy. But I insist on reconciliation. We have been at war with Germany 3 times in 70 years, between 1870 and 1940. Since 1945, we have been at peace with Germany in Europe, and Germany is our first partner in Europe right now. So that has been and still is a great period, and we owe this to the American invasion and to the American army and to the Allies. However, prior to Victory Day, there was a war in Europe, the occupation, the suffering of everyone, soldiers, civilians, the suffering of every country, and I may include Germany in those countries, the suffering of all the European people, and there was the Holocaust in Europe. So imagine this, and you know about it, and I know about it. My family has told me what was the suffering, the occupation, and has told me that they had been, I am from Normandy, they had been waiting for the invasion. They knew it was coming. So there was suffering, but they knew that the invasion was coming, and there was the invasion, and there was D-Day. And you came, gentlemen, to the shores of France. Mentioning Normandy, I have to mention the landings and the American effort at Omaha Beach, which was the worst battle during the landing, and more than 2,000 American soldiers were killed, wounded, or went missing. Omaha Beach, where Mr. Cornfeld won our award, is prison here, has landed and combated on the very day. We are recognizing today his actions and the actions of our 9 veterans, recognizing them with the Legion of Honor, our 9 veterans, but through you, gentlemen, I also see the rest of the American army, all your comrades, and I also see the American soldiers who died in France, and I also want to recognize them through you today. Because what you did was combating the war, but for me it was much more than that. War is about military operations, but it's also about policy. It's about the kind of country we want to live in. It's about the kind of values we want to promote. And as you mentioned, Admiral, France and the United States have always been allies because we have always promoted the same values of democracy and freedom. So that was what the war was about, restoring democracy and freedom in Europe. And this is what we owe you, gentlemen, and I want to thank you for this. American friendship, it's a long history. You said it, Admiral. I just have one thing to add, maybe if I can, is that before America was America, we had Florida, and we had French people coming to Florida more than 450 years ago. But you're right, we combated together during World War I, World War II, and we still combat together against terrorism. And I'm sure you all know that we have beginning tomorrow afternoon in Orlando, the Invictus Games with the soldier who fought Korean battle and got wounded. We will have the Invictus Games in Orlando this week, next week. And I will be there with one of our highest ranked military, General Gratien, and we will be here to honor our soldiers, American soldiers, and many other soldiers of allied nations. So, let's begin the ceremony now. We will honor our 9 veterans, 9 American soldiers who helped us regain our liberty, our freedom, our democracy. And this is because of what you have done that we enjoy now, this democracy and this peace in Europe. We will read the military bios, and I repeat, pay attention. This is very important and impressive. Madame Nicole Hirsch will present our veterans with the Legion of Honor, along with Captain Jean-Michel Caffin. And they will pronounce the traditional sentence, the official sentence, au nom du Président de la République, nous vous faisons chevalier dans l'ordre de la Légion d'honneur, which means, on behalf of the President of the French Republic, I present you with a medal of the Knight of the Legion of Honor. So let's begin the ceremony. Thanks to you all for being here. I want to end with one point, telling you again I am from Normandy, where we have the beaches, where the landings took place, where we have many museums. War history is mandatory at school. We bring our children to the museum. We have to keep this memory. We will never, never forget what you did, gentlemen. So speak about it. Tell your children about what is the nice ceremony we have today. Thanks to you all. Thank you for your attention. Let's begin.